call the meeting to order. And we have a quorum. Now we need to approve minutes of our last meeting from January 12th. Just gonna look at them and
I motion to approve the minutes.
I second the motion.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the next item is to approve the 2025 annual report.
I think we went over, most of the report, last time. Jody, can you give me those, pass one out so they can all look at them? I give you the thing with the Excel spreadsheets that, we discussed all of it, the last time, if you have any questions, but this is in the Gateway form. This is now on Gateway. So it's the same information that we had last time that we discussed and asked questions about, but it's on Gateway, and this is what, anybody can get on Gateway and look at it to see who we paid bills to and how much we spent, and that's the reason we don't have to advertise it all anymore, because anybody can get on the computer and look at it. We do have, one copy that we have to keep here. I have to take one county up at the county, or one copy up to the county, and they have one up there, so anybody can go up there and look at it, and then Michael has to have one. So, anybody can go to any of those places and look at our thing. This is a copy of all of the checks that we wrote throughout the year, and I have to take that up to the county as well and turn it in with the copy of the report for Gateway, yeah. So if you wanna,
No changes for the numbers, they're all the same, you didn't find anything
yeah, everything is,
I need page one of the, there.
yeah, it's, see, it's by, distributed by fund, and it's also divided by, all of the people that we actually pay. That's in there as well. All of the disbursements, the income. Every check that we wrote, it's divided by, you know, the people. By fund. We don't have any debt, so that one's blank. Actually, there's a penny in it. You have to put a penny in for the computer to accept it. Otherwise, if you don't put anything or just zeros, it won't take it. So you have to put a penny in.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah. We don't have any leases. That again is a penny. Transfers in and out. We don't have the capital assets. It has a list that shows what our capital assets are and a depreciation schedule. Our main assets are our cemeteries, and then we have a list of our equipment, the fire trucks and the ambulances. That's in there, along with the depreciation on all of those vehicles. Township assistance, the last category is the T07, which is the township assistance, and that tells how many people we helped, how many applications we did, which we had 65 last year that applied, and recipients were 213 people, 49 households. There were 3 that were denied. They were either not in our township or they applied too soon. But the 2 of them were not in our township, so they were denied. I referred them to the township that they lived in. Tells how much we spent, which I think our budget was like 30,000 or something like that. I don't have that in front of me right now, but it was 24,000 is what we actually spent. And then it also tells, the other organizations that we work with that, you know, like the Council of Churches, the, Gift of Warmth, the Food Pantry, all of those numbers are on here as well, so it shows that, that we help work with other people, other groups. The last section then is the retirement or the pensions. It asks if we pay any pension contributions, and we do, just need one, we just have one pension plan that we pay into. That's the last section. I think, like I said, all of it is the same information that you got last time, just in the form that we have to turn it into the state. And Joyce has the page that you have to sign. And I think you have to mark it either yes or no, yeah, yay or nay. And then that's what I have to take to the paper, and that has to be advertised, along with balances from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
Mine says county copy. So you can see that. I make a motion, we accept the Gateway, report as it is.
I second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, thank you. Okay. I will take those up to the county and turn them in tomorrow then, and we will have last year's done.
I think this one goes to the county.
This one goes to the county? Okay.
Right.
No, this is the president's copy
Where does it say that?
on the, up at the top.
Oh, thank you very
On
much.
the office copy.
This is the office copy,
Mhm.
and he stays here. This is the extra one.
Mine was the county.
That one goes to the county, that goes with this one. Okay. Those are turned in tomorrow with the.
Just didn't have the phone number on there, that's why I was asking.
Okay. This is the form you have to sign. I sign it at the top. It gives a phone number. And then I take it to the paper and fill in the date that they're going to publish it. And, Mike, you have to sign it two places. You sign it as the president, and then all three of you have to sign it as board members. And if we use option 1, that means that, you approve it. And if you use option 2, that means that you do not approve it. So since we already voted to approve it, you will sign option 1, and then this, along with the balance sheet that you got when we were here 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, whenever it was, that shows what the beginning balances and our distributions and our income was, and for each fund, and then our ending balance. That'll be on the top of this, and then this is what's in the paper. So,
You need to sign that too, Marlene.
thank you. I want to thank you guys for another year. All done. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
We're
through
still in
last
the black.
year, and yeah, still in the black. Yeah, we've got enough to pay for our fire truck. So We're supposed to get that like in April, I think, or somewhere in that area, so we'll be paying for our last payment on the fire truck sometime the first 6 months of this year.
So what did it actually end up costing?
1.2 million,
1.2.
1.2 million, yeah, yeah. Took 3 years, 3 years to get it from the time it's ordered until you get it, it's 3 years. So, I don't know. And it's not a ladder truck, it's, all it is a pumper tanker, you know, it's just,
Yeah.
nothing special, it's just, that's how much it's gone up, so, we'll see. New business, Joyce has, a resolution for it's 2026 -001, the CVAC money that we talked about, which is the excise tax. We have to put that into the general fund now. Used to, we divided it up. Part of it went in the general fund, part of it went in the June Fire Fund. Before we have put it in the recreation fund, we put it in whatever fund needed the money. The state has now decided that it has to go to the general fund. So we need a resolution to put that money in the general fund now, so.
Ayes and nays on the resolution. Need a motion first.
I make a motion, we put the, CVET fund into the general fund, the CVET monies into the general fund.
Is there a second to that?
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Seems silly that the state tells us where we have to put it, but yeah, we have to do the resolution.
Oh, I just wrote on Michael's line.
Oh. Can you print another
I'm so
one?
sorry. We went out of order.
Yeah,
Well, there
that
you go.
did it.
I should have got the last line.
Then I would have signed on it probably.
So sorry, Joyce.
No problem.
No problem.
Well, while she's doing that, the last item that I have under the trustees report, the county has a destruction of paperwork, that we can destroy paperwork after so many years. And we're trying to get some of that done so that we can clean this out, so it'll be ready for the next trustees, so they don't have so much to clean up. So we filled out this form, Joyce has done it, and we're sorting through it. The assistance applications and the related support information for those from January 2017 to 22. We can get rid of all of those. We have 3 boxes of those. The bank statements and the bank reconciliations from 2010 to 2015. Those we can get rid of. There's 5 years of those we can get rid of. Check stubs, you can do 4 years. So we've got from 2010 to 2014 ready so far. You have to keep them for like 10 years or whatever. So they're different ones are different amounts, but of time that we have to keep them. But these are the ones that we're getting rid of. Bills, 2010 to 2015. Deposit slips and the copies are 2007 to 2016. The budgets and related work papers from 1988 to 1921. And we are keeping a copy of each of the budgets, just the budget sheet itself, more for historical stuff, not because, I mean, the destruction says we can get rid of it, we only have to keep like 5 years, but I think just for information, so they can look back and say, what was our budget, you know,
Yeah.
25 years ago, you know, and what is it now? So we're keeping the main budget page for each, and the same way with the annual report. Those are from 1983 to 1924. The support information, the annual report itself, we have to keep, but the support information we can get rid of.
Put that on paper.
Yeah, it is. And the poor relief purchase orders, We can get rid of those from, 2010 to 2015. So we're putting all of that in boxes, these boxes down here, and there's some on the back porch, that we take up to the county. But we have to send this paper first, and then they have a destruction committee that looks at the rules, it says how long you have to keep them, they'll look at this, and then they either approve it or say, no, you can't do this line, or you can't do that one. And, then when they approve it, or tell us what we can or can't, then we take the boxes up there, and they have a shredder machine that comes in, a truck,
Truck, yeah.
yeah, that comes in and shreds all of it, so Joyce's been working on this. So,
This goes with your report.
Okay.
so anybody have any questions on anything we discussed? We knew that this was gonna be a short meeting, all of the discussion, most of it was done at the last meeting, but, if you have any questions or anything you wanna ask us or talk about, let me know.
I did bring, the checks, a list of the checks that we wrote for January. It's pretty limited, but I thought I would bring that. And then the fund changes, if you're interested in that, I normally bring those in case you're interested.
She's got one copy, you can look at them, but it's just for January.
It doesn't have a publication date on it, Marlene.
I have to have the, balance sheet to the, up to the top too, to take to the paper.
So our rainy day fund has to disappear.
Yeah, we'll still have it, but we're not gonna transfer any money into it because that's not a designated fund.
Right.
And so, we're gonna hold off putting anything into it this year.
But we still, it's good.
It's there, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Until
still
next
there.
year, until we pay for that fire truck, and then we won't have it.
Well, we'll still have the rainy day fund, there just won't be any money in it.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said it wouldn't be a fund.
No, we'll still have the fund. Mike Dennison is working with us on our capital investment plan, so hopefully, the cemetery out at Borough, Hooters or Flossingers are working on that. They wanted to wait until the ground was frozen, and, so they could go out and, grind up the stumps out there. I think they may wait until some of the snow is gone, but they're going out and do that. And we're still looking at Washington to see if we can put a drive in there to get down, and that's some money that we'll spend, yeah, so we can use that ground down below, if we can get a driveway down there.
So how many more lots are down that way? Do you have any idea?
Oh, probably 40,
40?
yeah,
You probably need them.
Mm-hmm.
they will, yeah, they will. Yeah, probably 40. The bad part of it is, we're gonna take all the whole row along the fence, we'll have to take out for the driveway.
Right.
So that'll take out quite a few, but, they'll be between 40 and 50, I would guess, yeah. And some of them are in the hill, but, you know, they say they can bury them on the hill, so I don't know how they do it, but I guess they do. They do it in the south, you know, where it's all hills, so, I don't know, but we've got a couple trees to take out before we do that, and we've got to haul in a bunch of dirt. So, and we still have the headstone over there that, got damaged, that belonged to John Deary. But I did talk to Dr. Deary last week, and he was gonna get a hold of John's kids and tell them that the damage was done, and I've got the police report and everything, but we checked with the neighbors to see if there was any cameras, and there's no cameras, so we have no idea who did it or what happened, but we know when it happened, but we don't know what happened. But it's done, so hopefully they'll get that fixed. So,
Okay,
that's all I've got going on.
all right,
Fire truck.
motion to adjourn.
Second. I make a motion, we adjourn.
Thank you. Is there a second?